You've just blown up The Bachelorette.
Let's start with shooting during the pandemic. Everybody was fully quarantined at a resort for this season. So what was that experience like?
We were the first major production to kind of lead the way. And in doing so, we knew we had to set the bar high. And that bar moved every day. So it took a Herculean effort by a team that probably couldn't have been done unless we'd all been together for 19 years and truly knew how to make this happen so quickly and pivot the way we did. It was miraculous. That first night when the limos pulled up, thank God. I was like, how did we pull this off? From Carrie Burke at ABC all the way down, there was just this attitude of, we will not stop. We are going to shoot this show. Just get out to the desert. Let's start rolling and let's get this done, because there were so many reasons not to, so many cautionary tales, but we just kept fighting through. And at the end of the day, it worked. The testing, the bubble, the quarantine, it was 100% effective. And so pre-quarantining at home, there was testing your way in. Then when you got there, you tested, and then you were allowed to enter the bubble. And we kind of took the same model as the NBA, which has worked so successfully in sports right now, which is continue to test.
You're following the same model, but at a different location for Bachelor. Do you feel confident in doing this again in the quarantine bubble?
Yeah, I'm not just confident. I'm just excited now because I know it works. I mean, it was 100% guaranteed. It works if everybody commits like we did and everybody's dedicated to just going there. And we had to, it was a little bit fluid inside this last season of having to adjust and change some things. And shooting in California, our wonderful governor was just changing things on a whim. So we had to adjust with our wonderful governor. My tongue is firmly planted in my cheek. And so this will be a lot easier and a lot more organized because we know what we're dealing with going in. And so Matt James, I think, is going to have a much smoother ride than The Bachelorette did.
Now, you said you called on a few of your friends. I know that we reported on JoJo stepping in for a couple episodes. Is there anyone else, any other familiar faces that we'll see?
You'll definitely see some familiar faces. I think some of them have been leaked out there, but one of the things we had to do was be really creative because we were shooting at one resort in Palm Springs, which is a little confining and restrictive. Comparatively speaking, we're in 10 different countries usually. So we reimagined the show, had to be really creative. We called on some old friends to come in and familiar faces, which I always think is great. I always love a little bit of an Easter egg and a tip of the cap to Bachelor Nation, those that really love our show, to bring kind of old fan favorites in. And our main concern was we really want this to feel like The Bachelorette. We don't want to be all about politics and everything that's going on in our country right now and COVID-19. People need a break. You want to watch TV and escape for a second. And that's what The Bachelorette's always been. And so at the end of the day, we want to entertain everybody. So I think what you will see is a great Bachelorette season. And to that end, we had to be really creative with hometowns, with the fantasy suites, with all these things that you feel and are so comfortable about our show.
I'm very thankful that these men are fine.
To say it's been widely reported that Claire starts the season and then Tasia comes in mid-season, that would be an understatement. Everybody in Bachelor Nation knows this. What can you tell me, Chris?
I have not seen those reports, first of all. I'm just kidding. I have heard the rumors, and I will just say this. First of all, you'll definitely have to watch and find out. But everything, I think a lot of people feel like they know exactly what's happening this season. You don't. It is an explosive season, unlike any we've ever had. And I was extremely excited. And I felt so bad for Claire. We were dressed and ready to go when we hit the pause button. And this poor woman had to go back home, bouncing off the walls, waiting to be the Bachelorette. So it was all about her journey and getting her there. And she was so serious about being the Bachelorette. It wasn't about the pageantry and the pomp and circumstance. She just wanted to find love. And to that end, she was damned and determined to find love.
And would you say that her mission was successful?
If I do my job right, it will be, but we'll see. I will say this, it was unlike any season we have ever seen. And I've seen a lot.